Well, after what feels like forever and a day stuck in the freezer, we're back in the gym. And we have a senior night occasion here on the campus of Oak Hill High School. Lucas Berry and Chris Rady here to guide it through you all. Chris, I say this every time we do a senior night, but it's still true. It's one of the hallmarks of a high school season. It's a game you want to win. And for Oak Hill, it's a chance to do so against a rival in Nicholas County. It's a big game for the Red Devils here tonight.
Yeah, I was actually looking at the schedule, and both of these teams, before we got a little break because of the weather, were playing their best basketball of the year. Oak Hill had won 4 of 5. Nicholas County had won 6 of their last 8. Both teams come in tonight with identical 7-8 records. But, man, when you get into February, now you are tuning up for March. So you want to keep getting better. So I think this is a huge game for both teams. And I had a chance to talk to head coach Jade Legg before the game. And, she was, kind of bummed that they had that little break because they were playing their best basketball of the year. And she said, I'll know, very soon who was putting in work during that 10-day break because you'll probably get gas pretty quick. So hopefully the kids were still maybe going to the gym, getting on the treadmill, doing some cardio. But, yeah, both of these teams are looking to start playing their best basketball of the year.
I hadn't really thought about it, but, for a 10-day break, this is not what this sport is built for. It's built for playing every other day. We're going to find out a lot about these two teams in the first probably 4 minutes of the game.
Well, and there's a difference between being in, like gym shape where maybe you're jogging on the treadmill, being in basketball shape where you're sprinting up and down the floor, you're running, you're jumping, you're cutting. Basketball shape's a whole different animal, and you can fall out of basketball shape quickly. So, yeah, we might see some rust from both teams. We might see some girls tugging on their shorts because they're gassed a little bit, but that's all part of it. And, old man Winter always rears his ugly head usually at some point during the basketball season.
And for someone, that's always when you're playing your best ball. You talk about warming up for March. Girls' season always starts a little earlier. We're talking like playoffs in the next couple of weeks.
Right.
There is no time to dawdle around. You got to go. This is like I said, this is a really important game. Really important game.
And, it's kind of a scheduling quirk where this is the earliest senior night I've ever seen, really. Oak Hill, after tonight, unless they make up a couple of those home games that were canceled, they are on the road the last 4 games of the year. So it's all away trips. And then you get into, regional play, postseason play, where it could be one and done. So, yeah, I know Coach Jade Legg she was really happy with the way they were playing, prior to the break, and she's hoping they can pick up where they left off and continue playing some, pretty quality basketball.
We're going to find out in about a minute and change, counting down at 1:15 on the scoreboard. Of course, we'll have the anthem and we'll have player introductions. This game won't start in the minute 8, but we'll be close to it.
So I was talking to Coach Legg before the game. These teams played the opening game of the year. Oak Hill came away with a 61-52 victory. And I said, what do you remember from that game? She said, one of the things I remember is she said we tried to press them. On our press, they just kind of dribbled through it. It wasn't very effective. But again, she said, I think we're a better team now than we were when we played them back at early December.
We're going to find out, and we'll have the anthem here for you momentarily, as well as introductions.
But, Lucas, we were talking about, the senior night, and when they were introducing those seniors, they are really productive seniors. Those are going to be big shoes for Oak Hill to fill next year. Those are 4 starters and kids that have given Oak Hill, quality minutes in their whole career. So that's going to be a new-look Oak Hill girls team next year when those kids graduate.
That's 4 of your starting 5 and not just your senior night starting 5. That's your regular
starting 5. That's exactly right. And that's as they were announcing those kids, I was thinking, I was like, gosh, that's going to be a big loss for next year.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Oak Hill High School here at the Lilly Center, Greg Berry Court, for tonight's Lady Red Devil matchup against the Lady Grizzlies from Nicholas County. First off, let's introduce our cheerleaders. Seniors, Captain Amaya Say-Christie. Captain Zaysha Woodson. Juniors, Cadence.
Well, Lucas, as they're announcing the cheerleaders, I'll give you a couple little stats that Coach Legg sent me.
All right.
Oak Hill comes in tonight, and they're led in scoring and rebounding by the lone junior in the starting lineup, Natalie Craddock. She comes in averaging 13 points and 8 boards. And, you know, what Coach Legg was telling me, I think she's a real key for Oak Hill. They kind of run a 4-out, 1-in set with Natalie being, you know, Natalie's 6'1". They like to keep her parked in the post, in the paint. And they kind of run their offense through her, and they hope that when teams collapse on her, that it opens up some outside shots for the guards that they have, you know, camped outside the three-point line. And then she also mentioned Allie Williams, one of the seniors who comes in averaging 9 points and 8 boards. She said Allie's been, you know, really versatile. Allie, they don't have Allie's height listed. If she's not 6 feet, she's in the neighborhood. So when you have Allie and Natalie in there, you have two big kids. And she said Allie's versatile enough that she can play inside and outside there.
From our JROTC, Cadet Sergeant Major Kaylee Smith, Cadet Major Avery Evans, Cadet First Lieutenant Kaylee Hernandez, and Cadet Major Eddie Painter. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if everyone would please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem.
So we'll start meeting the Grizzlies here, and then we'll meet the Red Devils, and we'll get this game underway.
Well, something to keep in mind, watch tonight for Nicholas County. Their starting point guard is just a freshman, number 1, Hannah Thomas. You got to have a lot of confidence in a freshman if you turn the keys to your offense over. You don't see a lot of freshman point guards in high school basketball, whether it be girls or boys. So that's something to keep an eye on. Their two leading scorers for the majority of the season have been number 11, Brooklyn Nunley, number 12, Madison Kaufman. I do think just eyeballing it, when you look, especially with Natalie and Allie, Oak Hill does have a size advantage over Nicholas County, and that's something I look for Coach Legg to try to exploit and, you know, feed them in the post and try to get some easy buckets. She said they probably run some high-low where maybe you put Allie in the high post and you're feeding Natalie. So just eyeballing it, it does look like that's where Oak Hill does have a real advantage.
Number 5, senior Allie Williams. Number 13, senior Casey Compton. Number 15, senior Jada Wilburn. Number 33.
Now, you just heard 15, Jada Wilburn announced. Coach Legg told me that Jada was kind of forced. They lost their two guards from last year, Tasia Gray and the girl whose name went right out of my head, Addie Isaacs. And so Jada had to step in at that point guard position this year. And she said that over the course of the year, I got the impression maybe she's playing a little bit out of position, but she's really grown into it. And she's helped Oak Hill as the years progressed.
To finish our point on guards, the first thing when I looked at Nicholas County's roster, the very first thing I thought of was a freshman point guard.
Exactly.
A freshman starting. There's gonna be a lot of intrigue here. We've got some pictures being taken. So that's the former head coach along with the current head coach, Compton and Legg, out there. Game ball sponsor, no doubt.
But again, as you see the teams taking the court, there's nobody on Nicholas County that really matches up with Natalie Craddock, and frankly, for that matter, Allie Williams, from a pure height standpoint.
Madison Kaufman will try, and Natalie wins that easily. She'll get it out to Casey Compton.
And they're trapping her immediately. Very aggressive defense right out of the gate from Nicholas County. That trap caused the turnover. Thomas
will get it to the wing. They'll try the three. It's good from Taylor White.
Taylor White is 3 right out of the gate off the assist from the freshman. And again, as Jada Wilburn crosses the mid-court line, we'll see if Nicholas throws a double at her.
That ball goes off of Allie's hands and over.
That's the kind of turnover that drives the coach crazy. That was just carelessness right there. Because Allie tried to just catch it with one hand instead of catching it with 2.
Nunley. Brooklyn Nunley with the basketball. Got to get rid of it. She does. Over to Taylor White. Trying to feed it back inside. That's out of bounds. Oak Hill ball.
Yeah, that was good help defense as Casey Compton came over and doubled the post that time and forced her out of bounds. So good help defense from the senior that time to get the turnover for Oak Hill.
And again, Wilburn walking it up across the timeline. Casey Compton. Danielle Parsons inside for Allie Williams. Williams going back to Compton. Wilburn taking it to the bucket. Herself puts a floater up, can't get it to go.
That's a good shot. Now, Nicholas has kind of settled into a zone. We'll see if they come out of that at some point. They got a good look that time. Jada just couldn't finish it off the glass, though.
They'll back it out with Taylor White back in the hands of Thomas.
Tough shot. Drew the foul on Allie Williams. Allie didn't like the call. I didn't love the call. That's kind of a ticky-tack bump, but regardless, doesn't matter what we think. That's going to send her to the line.
She just about made it, too.
Yeah, Allie kind of gave the ref a come on, and I was kind of with her on that one. I didn't love that call. I thought that was a play on.
Comes up empty on the first free throw, so no harm done yet. Missed them both. Compton. Inside for Natalie. That's stolen away.
Yeah, and that was number 11, Brooklyn Nunley, came in from behind Natalie and just swiped it from her. She brought the ball down.
She's got the ball now. And they're getting it inside to Madeline Jones.
Madeline is working that pivot foot. They're going to actually take a timeout. I thought they might get a 5-second call there for a minute. As Madeline just kept working the pivot foot, and going nowhere. That's probably a wise timeout over there by Coach Cameron Hornsby.
I would say so, given how that has started. First nearly 2 minutes of the ball game underway here, and it's 3-0 Nicholas County over Oak Hill so far.
When they get back into their defense, I want to see what they've settled into a zone, but I can't. Initially, I couldn't tell exactly. It didn't look like a 2-3 either. It might have been a 1-2-2, but I want to try to get a better look at it. But they're definitely not playing man-to-man against Oak Hill, and they might do that because of the height disadvantage. They might be trying to pocket in and, deny Natalie access to the post there and just force Oak Hill to beat them from the outside.
So we'll see if that theory ends up coming to fruition as the game goes on. We're about to start that game up again with an inbound here on our near side, or on our far side rather, your near side. That's going to go off of White.
Yeah, Casey got her hand on that inbounds pass and deflected it. Good defense by Danielle Parsons to get her hand on that.
And she'll take it herself. She'll get it.
Really good look ahead, and that's a tough finish, too. I thought there might be a whistle on that. A really tough finish from Danielle Parsons. Nice job. And we're going to have a block, and that's going to be 2 on Allie Williams. As Oak Hill showed some pressure, Allie's really unhappy with that. And let's see if Jade Legg goes into her bench. Allie's begging her not to. She's saying she's okay. She had Bella Holly up, and she sat her back down. Allie talked her out of it.
Turnover.
The freshman was trying to drive the baseline and dish it. Lost control and turned it over. So number 2 for Nicholas County, Camelia Prutzog, is checked in.
Going inside for Natalie. And it's stolen away.
Yeah.
And then stolen right back. As Danielle Parsons goes up. And a whistle, and it'll be Nicholas County ball.
Yeah, again, as Natalie brought the ball down, she's making it easier for those smaller guards to swipe at it. And that's the second time they've been able to do that when she brings the ball down. And it looks like Oak Hill settled into their own zone. This looks like, to me, it's a 1-2-2. So they've come out of their man.
Wilburn with the steal. Jada going to the bucket. Can't get it to go. It's off the rim, and it will go to Nicholas County as Allie was the last one to get a hand on it.
Yeah, that was good defense by Jada. She just couldn't finish the layup that time, but you'll take that every time on a little breakaway. And, yeah, Oak Hill's definitely came out of their man. They've went into that 1-2-2 now, maybe to protect Allie Williams and her 2 fouls.
Another steal from Jada. She'll kick it up ahead to Danielle Parsons. Parsons goes back to Wilburn. Wilburn working quickly to get it into Casey Compton, trying to go back inside. It's stolen away by Thomas. Nice dish to Prutzak. It's no good.
It was a good dish, and it was a good look. And you can tell that both of these teams maybe have been on a break. It's not been a thing of beauty so far.
No, it's been a very choppy game so far.
Yeah, very choppy game. That's a nice little Euro step. She couldn't finish it, though, but that's a really nice move by number 12, Madison Kaufman. Did everything but finish it. That was good footwork, though.
Bailey Peters will come into the ball game. Natalie Craddock will take a seat.
So obviously that makes Oak Hill a lot smaller when Natalie sets down. Nicholas looks like I can't tell if that's a 2-3 or 1-2-2.
Let's call it a hybrid.
You need a better basketball analyst to me. They're definitely in a zone, but they're tricking me as to exactly what kind of zone it is right now.
Peters immediately into the game, steals that.
Oh, stolen right back by
Thomas goes up and got the hometown roll on the road.
Yeah.
And Jade Legg wants a timeout. She's going to get it.
Yeah, I don't blame her. Yeah, and not to belabor the point, but yeah, a very choppy start from both teams. You can tell they haven't been in the gym for the last few days. As just a lot of mishandling of the ball and choppy offense.
Like I said, the first 4 minutes or so of the game, we were going to find out a lot, and we have so far.
And I got to tell you, man, Allie Williams' chili is running hot right now.
Oh, yeah.
She did not like those first 2 calls, and she is very animated on the bench right now.
She is.
She's cracking me up. We've done some of her games before. She's an emotional kid anyway. She's an emotional player. She plays with her heart on her sleeve. You never have to wonder what Allie Williams is thinking.
No.
And she is not happy with those first 2 calls.
You could hear her say, I'm good, and I'm wondering, are you really, Allie?
Yeah, I think she's actually going to take a seat with those 2 fouls right now.
I think so.
And they've checked Bella Holly into the game for her. So Oak Hill now with Allie and Natalie on the bench is a lot smaller.
This is the smallest you're probably going to see.
Yeah, that's as small as Oak Hill's going to get right there.
Speaking of, Bella Holly will take the ball across the halfway line as we get restarted. And they're trying to go back to Jada. That's deflected. It will stay on this end of the floor.
Yeah, and just like I haven't figured out this Nicholas zone, Oak Hill hasn't figured it out yet either.
Holly once again will look over her options and find her former soccer team.
It might be a 1-3-1, actually. That might be the old John Beeline 1-3-1.
Compton got to get rid of it. Does to Parsons. Parsons back to Wilbur. O to Peters. Peters going back to Jada, just about out of her reach, but she does get to it. Compton in a corner there. She's got to get out of it. She does. Parsons says, I'm done, and going to the bucket, and she'll get fouled.
Yeah, and that's what you can't have happen. Let's see who that foul's on. It's going to be on number 11, Brooklyn Nunley. And that'll drive Cameron Hornsby crazy because you don't want anybody to dribble through your zone. And Danielle Parsons was able to dribble straight through that zone and get to the rim that time. And that's what a zone is supposed to prevent. That's going to give Danielle Parsons, who's got Oak Hill's only 2 points, they're going to go to the line now, and the scoreboard just went off.
For the second time. Oh, boy.
Everybody's been on break, man.
Everybody's been on break. That's the thing. It's effectively.
The guys keeping the books, the guys running the scoreboard.
Guys talking about the game.
Guys talking about the game, man. Hey, man, we're all getting out the Brillo pad, knocking off the rust.
Exactly. Oh, boy. I think we're good now. I hope we're good now. We'll see if Danielle is from the line. She is the first time.
I don't think she called it.
I don't think she did.
I don't think she called it. But they count it nevertheless. If you were playing horse with Danielle Parsons, you'd say you didn't call bank on that.
You might. I'm just gonna if she makes it fair enough with me. She's earned it. Up
That's
ahead quickly to Thomas, and she'll get fouled.
Yeah, that's a really good pass. And that was Brooklyn Nunley who fed Thomas. That foul's going to be on Bella Holly, who just checked in, but that's a really good look ahead. And a nice job by Nicholas County off the miss, pushing it, trying to get an easy bucket instead of trying to settle into their half-court offense. I kind of like pushing it, and they drew the foul, and they get 2 foul shots out of it.
First one's up and good at 6-3. Natalie's back into the game as Danielle will take a seat.
Oh, there's going to be a lane violation on Oak Hill. And again, that's a mistake. It'll drive the coach crazy.
Peters can't believe it.
Anna Thomason missed the shot. They call that number 20, Bailey Peters. So she gets a mulligan on that foul shot.
And she
missed
can't
it
cash
again,
in.
though.
Bella Holly quickly out for Oak Hill. She'll take the shot. It's off the mark, but Peters goes back up. She'll go to the line now.
Yeah, that foul's going to be on Taylor White. Nice job by Bailey Peters to grab the offensive rebound. I don't mind the mid-range shot by Bella. I wouldn't mind seeing her get just a little bit more under control, though. She hadn't quite gotten her feet set when she pulled up and tried to take that as Bailey knocks down that first one.
And she got them both. 6-5. Nunley had it. Fritzok has it. Working that pivot foot again. Fritzok going to the bucket. No.
That's a nice set. They ran their offense through number 24, Madeline Jones, in that high post. That was a nice little handoff, and they got a good look out of it, just couldn't finish it. So that's a good set, though.
Wilburn over to Compton. Back to Jaden. Nice feed. Comes back out for Peters. Casey Compton will line up a 3. It is off the rim. Natalie got the rebound. She'll put it back up. It's off the mark.
It's going to be on Bella. That's going to be Bella's second. They said she came over the back. So that's a better look for Oak Hill. Typically in a 1-3-1, if I remember watching when Beeline was coaching WVU, the weakness in a 1-3-1 is on the baseline. Because you have the one back that's trying to run the whole baseline, and usually you can find people in the corners.
Corner three or wing three was no good. That was from Taylor White. Now Peters is up and going. She will keep it on this end of the floor.
Yeah, a little bit of contact there. They let it go. Good defense that time from Camille Prutzog for Nicholas to stop the break. There you go. Oh, good block.
Really good block.
Really good block.
That's going to send Hannah Thomas off and running. That's going to be Oak Hill ball as that ball went into the wall.
Yeah, she just lost control of that. As Danielle Parsons is now going to check back in for Bailey Peters. But yeah, the nice little inbound to Natalie Craddock, but number 24, Madeline Jones, with a really good block to trigger that break for Nicholas.
Bella Holly out to going back inside. It's Compton from the corner. No.
So that's a good set. Now, Casey didn't knock the shot down, but that's a lot better set against that zone. They're getting some better looks now.
Wilburn, no. And Nicholas comes down with it.
Good crossover. Really good crossover. Good rebound by Natalie, though. Didn't finish it.
Now to Wilburn. Wilburn, Jada going to the bucket. Got denied.
Yeah, Jada was a little bit out of control that time. Just kind of threw it up. I don't know if she was trying to draw contact, but that was a good no call. Good defense from Nicholas. And again, it looks like Oak Hill is back into their 1-2-2 zone with Bella Holly at the top of that.
Three from the wing, no. White brought it down, tie up. That'll be Oak Hill's ball. With 57.5 to go in quarter number one. A choppy quarter number one at that.
And you can see at the top of that zone, Nicholas is forcing Oak Hill's point guards to really go left. They're playing that right hand big time. Good hands that time.
Thrown away by Kurtzak, and the whistle.
It's going to be on Danielle Parsons. That's going to be a shooting foul. It's Danielle's first, but that'll send Camelia Prutzak to the line. And she had the nice steal to trigger that break attempt.
First free throw is in and out. And I do mean in and out. It was halfway down. Second free throw upcoming. She got the second one. And it's 7-5. Jada Wilburn. Over Bella Holly. Back to Jada. Saw that many times in the championship soccer season. Parsons from the corner, no. But Compton
Good
was
pass.
in a
Good
really
pass.
nice feed, and it's in.
Really nice pass under there from Casey Compton.
18 seconds to go in quarter number one. 7 apiece, cross-court pass. Taylor White had it, and that's over to Prutzak. Inside, they'll work it.
Good D by Natalie. Put it up.
Bella got
go.
it!
That's the way you
She
finish
beat
a
the
quarter.
buzzer.
That's the way you finish a quarter. You have your post player with a big block, and then your point guard goes and finishes it. That's the way you finish a quarter. So, yeah, choppy start for both teams, but especially Oak Hill. But a little run there at the end to take the 2-point lead at the end of the quarter.
What a finish it was for quarter number one. We'll have a pause here for just a moment, and we'll see how quarter number two transpires after this. We welcome you back into quarter number 2 here on Maneuver Network. Lucas Berry and Chris Rader. It is 9-7 Oak Hill over the visiting Nicholas County Grizzlies on senior night, and it's 9-7 because of a great play coming off of the great defense that gave Oak Hill a break opportunity and Bella Holly finish.
Yeah, Natalie Craddock triggered it with a really nice block underneath, and Bella at the buzzer was able to get a layup and stake Oak Hill to its first lead of the game.
See if we get a little more flow into our ball game.
It's a really good look.
Taylor White will bring that rebound back out. She'll go from the other side this time. That's Brooklyn Nunley, number 11, who has it.
Taylor White had a really good look and just couldn't knock it down, but that was a nicely drawn up play. That's going to be Oak Hill ball. But that was a nicely drawn up play out of the quarter break by Coach Cameron Hornsby.
How long has he been doing this? Seems like he's been around this game for forever.
You still got Nicholas in that 1-3-1. I thought Oak Hill was starting to figure it out a little bit as the quarter went. They were starting to get a little bit better looks. Let's see if they can continue to get better looks the more Nicholas stays in it and they try to figure it out. There you go. Can't stop that. That's a great pass from Casey Compton over at the far baseline underneath to Natalie. And, man, that's easy money right there. But that's good recognition from Casey Compton to find her teammate underneath.
Thomas tried to go cross court, and it ends up in the hands of Nunley. Back to White. Trying to go baseline. Nice feed.
That was a nice feed.
Nunley for three. Got it.
That's Nunley's first three of the game.
Holly going back inside for Natalie, and a collision happens underneath the bucket.
I think that's going to be on Hannah Thomas, the freshman point guard. That'll be her first, but she found herself on Natalie Craddock's back, and she's given up a lot of size, and that's about all she can do is foul her right there. As Casey Compton and Bailey Peters take a seat, Danielle Parsons
and Jada Wilburn
check back in. And Allie Williams, she's back in the game. Nice little baseline drive.
And she'll go to the line for that.
And that's going to be on Hannah Thomas, as she's picked up two quick ones here in the second quarter. And Allie Williams looking for her first points of the game.
She got it. 12-10.
Allie Williams' first free throw is good.
Knocked them down. Look good.
Those free throws good.
Good looking for them from Allie Williams there. Now Oak Hill looks like they went to a 1-3-1. They've switched up their zone. They're in a 1-3-1 now.
White had a chance to drive baseline and chose to kick it back out to Pritzak. Anna Thomas, the freshman point guard. Madison Kaufman.
Yeah, Nicholas is struggling to figure out this new zone that Jade Legg just threw at him, and there's a turnover.
Holly going all the way. No. And it will be Nicholas County.
Yeah,
white ball.
Bella tried to finish that with her offhand, which was her left hand, and just couldn't do it. I like the idea of trying to go offhand and not bring the ball back toward the defender, but just couldn't finish at that time.
Danielle Parsons will line up a three. It is off the rim. Wilburn was in there, but Nicholas County in the form of Taylor White will come out and go right to the bucket and score.
Right to the bucket. You're right. And I thought she was going. She did not have numbers. That was a 1-on-2, and she was just able to get past Danielle Parsons for an easy layup that time.
Wilburn. Bella Holly. Danielle Parsons going baseline.
That's
nice
a good
out
idea.
To Natalie. No, but a whistle.
Now, I wouldn't mind, as they call that foul on Prutzel, I guess we go first. So you see, I said the weakness in a 1-3-1 times is the baseline. You saw Danielle Parsons able to drive that baseline and then dish it to Natalie. Just me playing armchair coach, I'd love to see Natalie just catch that and immediately just put it back up. She had a little 6 or 7 foot push shot. She put it on the deck, and anytime you're as big as Natalie and you put it on the deck, you're just asking for guard to swipe at it. But she got bailed out with the foul a little bit that time, and she knocks down that second one. And she's got a game high 5 for Oak Hill.
Anna Thomas has the basketball for Nicholas County. And that will be tipped, so no over and back.
Yeah, Bella Holly got a hand on it. She's a bulldog, man.
She is.
Bella Holly loves to play some defense. Let's see who that's on. That's going to be on Danielle Parsons. That'll be her second.
As Taylor White will inbound to Thomas.
I used to watch Bella Holly play elementary school basketball, and man, she is in your shirt, man. She hasn't changed. She almost got she did get the steal. She'll be knocked out of bounds by Hannah Thomas. I think it's going to be a foul. And I have that as Hannah Thomas's third. So she's really the first player to be in serious foul trouble for either team. Let's see what Cameron Hornsby wants to do with this freshman point guard here.
He's not going to his bench yet.
Not yet, he's not.
But Jade Legg is, as Casey Compton prepares to be into the ball game the next chance she gets. Allie Williams puts this one up. That's no good, but Bella Holly will bring that rebound back down, and Danielle Parsons will try from the foul line. She got it.
Danielle now has 5. And Natalie Craddock kept that alive, tipping that for the offensive rebound. Nice job by Allie. Oh, there's going to be Allie's third. Again, she's not happy about it, but that's 3 on her. She did knock her down on the sideline here. Casey Compton's going to check in for Danielle Parsons, but Jade Legg might have to bring somebody in for Allie now. Right now, she's keeping her out there with those 3.
Thomas. Putzak going back inside for Kaufman. Shots up, no good.
Good offensive rebound. Oh, that might be 4 on Allie. No, they're going to get Casey Compton for that. And boy, I think Allie thought it was going to be on her for a minute.
I think the whole gym did.
So they whistle Casey Compton for that. That'll send Madeline Jones to the line. She's scoreless thus far. But taking a big chance, keeping Allie Williams out there with those 3 fouls with 4:16 to go.
And that might be changing. Yes, indeed, it will be.
Yeah, Kaya Osborne's going to check in for her.
And Hannah Thomas stays in the ball game for Nicholas County with her 3.
We're also going to have a sub for Nicholas County. Number 23, Cameron Dorsey, has just checked in for her first action of the game.
Holly going to Wilburn. Into the corner now, still Holly.
Yeah, good trap with her there in the corner.
But it's stolen right back.
Yeah, Wilburn
Jada
took
Wilburn.
it right back from her, though.
And that's stolen away once again. Hannah Thomas going to the bucket. She got it. And this game's tied at 16.
And Cameron Hornsby rolling the dice on his own right, keeping Hannah Thomas in the game with her 3 fouls, but she just got the steal in the bucket. She's got 5 points now, and we're tied.
Wilburn for 3. Got it.
Big shot. And if they're staying in that 1-3-1, the corner 3s will be there. It's just a matter if you can knock down those corner shots. But those will be there in a 1-3-1.
Thomas. Another foul.
That's going to be on number 15, Jada Wilburn. That'll be Jada's first. And one more, Nicholas is shooting the rest of the quarter. Because that's 14 fouls on Oak Hill this quarter.
Dorsey up, no good. Wilburn. as Danielle Parsons gets up. And that's over to Bella Holly. Holly again in that corner, having to fight her way out of it. She does. Casey Compton lines up a three. No.
It was good recognition from Bella Holly to get out of that trap. She found an open teammate, but Casey couldn't knock it down. Danielle Parsons is going to check right back in. They're going to have Bella Holly take a seat.
Nicholas will inbound. It's Thomas once again trying to roll it back towards Taylor White, but it will be out of bounds.
Boy, Casey Compton really has active hands on defense. She gets her hands on a lot of passes. Very active on defense for Oak Hill.
Pritzak did a good job of going
That's
to the
a
bucket.
great rebound. Good block by Kaya Osborne, though.
And it's stolen right back.
Oh, wow.
Pritzak to the and one. I don't think you'll see a better and one.
It's going to be on Natalie. It's going to be Natalie's first. That is a heck of a tough finish by Camelia Pritzak over the much taller Natalie Craddock. She's got 4 now. And Nicholas still in that 1-3-1. Good pass. Good pass.
And a good finish at that.
Really nice job by Casey Compton. She's made 2 or 3 really nice dishes to her teammates here. Good floor recognition.
Pritzak looked over her options with 2:05 left in the half. Taylor White. Pritzak.
Oh, she doubled. Yeah, that's a good call. And again, that was good defense by Casey Compton. She moved her feet. A lot of times you see high school kids, they want to play defense with their hands instead of their feet. And Casey was moving her feet that time, staying in front of her man, her woman.
Interesting development here, Chris. Allie Williams is back in the ballgame.
Yeah, it's taking a chance with those 3 fouls, man, especially with this little time left. Jade Legg rolling the dice here.
We'll keep it on this end. Madison Angus is in the ball game for Nicholas County, number 25. As that will be Pritzak taking a seat and a timeout on the floor. Didn't see who called that. But we'll stop our game with 1:38 to go in the half. It's 21-19 Oak Hill.
But what it's lacked in aesthetic beauty, it's made up for in good competitive basketball.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
It's been a very competitive game, and I expect it'll be that way the remainder of the game. But yeah, really very competitive from both teams. Neither team can pull away from each other.
No, we talked about what it ended up being a 61-52 game they played in Summersville.
Yeah, it was a competitive
so it's a 9-point
game.
game, right? So,
Exactly.
We can't say either of us are truly shocked at how this game has played out.
Yeah, good competitive game the first time, too. And you're right, Allie Williams back out there with those 3 fouls.
Inside to Natalie, she'll go up. Oh my goodness, couldn't get it to go, but Allie bagged that rebound. She'll go back up. She can't get it to fall. It's off the rim. And out comes Nicholas County now with Taylor White.
Well, that's a great play out of the timeout from Jade Legg. She got exactly what she wanted. Natalie just couldn't finish it.
Dorsey from the corner, no.
Good rebound by Allie under there.
She'll push it up with Danielle Parsons. Parsons, and a foul called.
Let's see who that's on. It's going to be
25
on
blue.
Madison Angus, who just checked in. But I like Allie Williams getting the rebound and just pushing it up the floor. The half-court offense for both teams hasn't looked fantastic. If you can push it, maybe get an easy bucket, that's a good idea, and that's what Allie did that time.
At this point, those easy buckets might be worth their weight in gold.
As Allie
The way
is
this
gonna-
game's developing.
Yeah, as Allie's finally going to take a seat with those 3 fouls. Now, Cameron Hornsby has kept Hannah Thomas in the game with her 3. He's never taken her out.
She has the ball now, speaking of. In 1:05.5. Corner three,
Oh,
good.
Man, Angus lined that up, man. That looked good, too, from the moment it left her hand. We had a good angle on that. That's going to be a walk on Bailey Peters. And I think Oak Hill has come out of their zone. They went back to their man-to-man defense.
Thomas, nice handoff to Taylor White. White trying to go back inside. That's Jones.
Yeah, and Natalie just walled up on her and then just took it from her. Really good defense from Natalie Craddock that time.
Parsons, Bailey Peters. That's going to stay on this end with 29.7 seconds in the half.
Hannah Thomas is a little bit like Bella Holly, man. You cannot throw a lazy pass around her.
No.
She will get her hands on it and be going the other way quickly. I can see why she starts as a freshman here for Nicholas.
Bailey Peters, 25 seconds. Danielle Parsons.
That's a really good cut by Casey Compton. But she couldn't finish the shot, and that's going to be a foul on Natalie Craddock. That'll be her second. As the fouls are starting to pile up for Oak Hill, and Nicholas now will be shooting. Allie Williams has 3, Danielle Parsons has 2, Natalie Craddock has 2, and Bella Holly has 2. So the fouls are starting to pile up for the Devils here.
First free throw is good.
Good looking stroke from Madeline Jones there. She's got 2 now.
And she got them both. 3-point game. 3-point lead for Nicholas. 24-21. 13 seconds in the half. Holly down to 10. Stolen away by Jones.
Casey thought somebody was going to be cutting to the basket. Nobody ever did.
3 from the wing. No!
I tell you what, Madison Angus has a nice little shot from out there. They're lucky that didn't go in.
They are indeed. It's a 3-point ball game. Road team has the lead, 24-21 and half. Let's pause here for halftime. And when we come back, we'll see if Oak Hill can come back and win this game on senior night. You are watching Oak Hill basketball on the New River Network. Welcome back into our halftime break here. Lucas Berry and Chris Reddy with you on the Nerva Network. And Chris, Robert Pauly, and one of our cameramen, when I was just joking about how this has kind of been it's a really good turnout for senior night here. It's a big occasion. We were kind of joking that for some people it might be the get out of the house game. They've gotten a pretty good game so far. It's a 3-point ball game with a break. Two teams that have been fairly well contested, even if the game has lacked in, well, let's say, beauty.
Yeah, I think I made the joke in the first half. What it lacked in aesthetic beauty, it's made up for in competitiveness, and it has. It's been a really competitive game, been an evenly played game. I do want to correct myself. In the first half, I had mentioned Hannah Thomas. I referenced her having 3 fouls on a couple of occasions. So officially, she has 2. So anytime you hear me talking about fouls or points, it's always unofficial. And then I check myself
right
at halftime. She's got 2, so that is a big difference. Now, Allie Williams does have those 3 fouls, and she got in foul trouble early for Oak Hill. She does have 3, so that'll be a story for Oak Hill the rest of the game. But, yeah, and I was thinking, what each team has to do. And, man, sometimes it's not anymore. If you remember when Bob Huggins coached WVU after a loss, and they'd ask him, he'd go, got to make shots.
Yep.
And, man, sometimes it's not any more complicated than that. Maybe you knock down some of these looks. Because Nicholas stayed in that 1-3-1 the entire first half. They never came out of it. I thought as the half progressed, Oak Hill started getting some better looks against it, but it's one thing to get the look, it's another thing to take advantage of it and knock it down. Now, Jade Legg switched defenses quite a bit in that first half. Well, where Nicholas stayed in that 1-3-1, she went man, she went 1-2-2, she went 1-3-1. So Jade Legg switched defenses a lot. I'll be interested to see if maybe she wants to try to run a little press at them here and maybe speed them up this second half. But yeah, very competitive game, and we'll see what adjustments both coaches made at halftime.
Well, to that point about the press, I recall you saying in the pregame, in the first game in Summersville, they pressed Nicholas and they just walked right through it.
Yeah,
we'll see how things have developed. Of course, we always talk about it those first few games. See what happens in February. Well, we might just see that.
Yeah, exactly. She said the first game that they really weren't ready to press and didn't look very good. But she might try to go into her bag of tricks and see if she can speed them up and throw a press at them here in the second half. We'll see. But she definitely changed defenses on them quite a bit in the first half with varying degrees of success.
Well, we have a second before we get the game started. I don't know if you've seen this, but they are apparently making a Bob Huggins documentary.
I did. I have heard about that. Yeah, I'll be interested to see that.
I will too. Seems like it's the folks at Cincinnati who are kind of behind that, so that might – I get a sense his tenure with the Bearcats might be a real good focal point of that.
Might be highlighted a little bit.
Might be highlighted.
Well, I can see that. But
I can too.
You can't tell the Huggins story without talking about Cincinnati and West Virginia.
No, you can't. No. So you can't tell the story of this game without seeing how the second half goes, and we're about to find out right now.
And they are still in that 1-3-1, Nick, Lucas. They haven't come out of it.
Oak Hill break it. Natalie goes up. She got it.
And man, if you can do that, that is money. That's exactly what you want from your 6'1" post player. Just get an easy layup, get someone almost a foot smaller.
Hertzog. Danielle Parsons applying pressure. Nunley had it. Now back to Thomas, going cross court to Taylor White. Adeline Jones going up. And that ball is on the deck, and a tie-up.
Jump ball, yeah. So Allie Williams, with those 3 fouls, was still able to get a clean block under there. I get the impression watching Allie, I don't care how many fouls she has, I don't know if she's got a break. I think Allie's all gas.
I think you're right.
I think her brake pedal is permanently broken. That kid's all gas.
I think you're right. Talk about the pace of this game, because I saw this a while back. I never did verify, but I saw something that said in the early days of the NBA, after every made shot, they had a literal jump ball.
Oh,
you think our game is going slow? Imagine those early NBA games.
Thank God they changed that rule.
Stolen away here as Pertsock goes up. No. Thomas was in there, and Natalie ends up with it, and finally she'll get a whistle and she'll get a walk.
So we do have a change in Nicholas's lineup. I saw Madison Kaufman, who was a starter, and she had ice on her knee. She's come out And it looks like Camelia Prutzog has taken her place in that starting lineup for Nicholas. And I'm not sure we're going to see number 12, Madison Kaufman, back in the lineup. She looked like she was in a lot of pain at halftime.
Nearly stolen away by Casey Compton, but it does end up in the hands of Prutzog. Hannah Thomas going to the bucket, putting it up. No. Another tie-up will be Oak Hill's ball.
And Lucas, when you see that 1-3-1, at the top of that 1-3-1 right now was Prutzog. Well, actually, now she'd really been taking away the right hand of the Oak Hill point guard. So that time she actually switched sides.
Wilburn lines up a three. No. Hannah Thomas. Taylor White will line up a three from the wing. No.
Nicholas crashing the offensive glass.
Prutzog. Taylor White will line one up from the corner off the rim.
And finally, Oak Hill pulls down a rebound. Natalie Craddock corralled that one.
Casey Compton.
A lot of contact. I think they're going to say Casey was in the act of shooting. I think it's going to be on 24. Madeline Jones. That'll be her first. And that sends Casey to the line. Casey scoreless tonight. But, man, she's got several assists. She's really made some nice passes to set up her teammates. So she's shown that even though she hasn't scored, she's had her fingerprints on the game in a lot of different ways. Solid defense, some nice dishes. She gets her first 2 points of the game right there.
I'll say she ain't scoreless anymore.
No.
White from the other corner, in and out. Parsons in there, staying on this end.
That was a really good closeout from Natalie Craddock. She really made White put an arch on her shot there.
Prutzog. Going to go back inside for Jones. She'll put it up, and a blocking foul is called.
Yeah, it's going to be 3 on Natalie, too, as, again, the fouls are starting to pile up for Oak Hill a little bit.
And there's the all-too-familiar, what did I do?
Both of their big players now, Allie and Allie, with those 3 fouls. Natalie Craddock just took it right out of her hands. They got a little breakout here.
Compton going to the bucket. No. That's up and in. Allie will finish.
Nice job from Allie Williams to run the floor and clean that up. She's got 4 now.
Really stolen away as it ends up in Natalie's hands after Allie forced that weird pass.
Yeah, that was good hands by Allie that time. That's a good look from Casey. I like it. Good physical play. A good look from Casey Compton and a good physical finish from Allie Williams. She's got 6 now.
Hannah Thomas back to Prutzog. No. As Compton will bring that rebound and quickly get it out to Danielle Parsons. Parsons putting it up. No. And we'll keep it on this end. With 4:31 to go in quarter number 3.
Lucas, I think this is Oak Hill's biggest lead, only at 5, but they've got it out to 5 now. And I can't remember Oak Hill even having a lead that big in the first half.
I think you're right. As Jada Wilburn looks cross court, and that's going right by my head.
So the idea was right. they had the right idea. They had a player over here in the corner. Just a miscommunication because as she was trying to make that pass, Casey Compton was cutting away from it. That's a good look. You got to finish that.
Shame they couldn't from Nicholas County's perspective. As Jones goes up, she'll get the and one. And the Summersville crowd loves it.
That's going to be on Danielle Parsons. That'll be her 3rd. Jones now has 6, and she's trying to finish the old-fashioned three-point play.
Looks like Bella Holly making her way to the scorer's table. Next stoppage of play, she'll be in. It's 29-27 Oak Hill.
So Jones has 7. That actually leads all scorers right now with those 7 points.
Tells you what kind of a game it's been. Wilburn. Got it.
That's a nice little pull-up mid-range jump shot from Jada Wilburn there, and she's going to pick up the foul, though. But she got a little too handsy trying to reach.
That should be her second if I'm keeping track.
Yeah,
right.
I got her that as her second. Bella Holly's now going to check in. Danielle Parsons is going to take a seat.
Good sock.
Good hands again by Casey Compton. Casey Compton has really active hands on defense. I'm sure that Jade Legg charts that, but, man, she's got a lot of deflections this game. She really has active hands, does a nice job of getting her hands on a lot of passes. Whoa,
what a block.
Big block from Natalie Craddock.
And up ahead now come Oak Hill on the break.
That's a good look.
Allie couldn't finish.
Did everything. That's a really good look from Bella Holly. I like the idea. You just got to finish that. Allie couldn't quite knock down that shot, but you can't ask for a better look. Yeah, that's going to be a foul on Bella. That'll be Bella's third. So Oak Hill now with 4 different players with 3 fouls. So that's something Jade Legg is going to have to keep an eye on. She might have to get creative with her bench and her lineups. That continues to be a problem.
She's still got 11 minutes to see out in this game. A 4-point game as that, as Natalie ends up with the ball. She'll bring it up herself.
Boy, Cameron Hornsby really wanted a foul on Allie Williams on that block. It looked clean from down here, but that was in front of the Nicholas bench, and him and his assistant both jumped up. They thought that was a foul.
Craddock will feed it back out to Holly, now back over to Jada Wilburn. Wilburn trying to go back out to Compton, now ends up in the hands of Allie Williams. Going back to
That's
Casey.
a good
nice work.
That is a really nice pass. Allie's got 8, but that's a nice little give and go between her and Casey Compton. Casey Compton really sees the floor well. I've been impressed with her. Oak Hill's best looks have come off passes from Casey Compton tonight. But that's a big 3 there by Taylor White. She's got 8 now. She's knocked down a couple of those. And Lucas, again, neither team can pull away from each other. As soon as, Oak Hill makes a little run, Nicholas makes a little run to cut it back to 3. So, again, really good competitive game here tonight.
Really good competitive game, and I was going to make that point. You talk about what Casey Compton does to play on the theme tonight. She's a senior. You're going to miss that. You're going to have to find a way when next year's team comes around to – I was talking about generating offense, generating defense is every bit as important. You're going to have to find ways to either get creative defensively and make up for that, or find someone who might be able to do something similar to that for you if you want to keep playing the way you are.
Yeah, I've been really impressed. Like I said, I think Oak Hill's best looks tonight have come off dishes from Casey Compton, finding open teammates for good looks. And this is as animated as I've seen Jade Legg tonight. Jade Legg is in some ears.
Oh, yeah.
Over there on the sideline. She is not happy with her basketball team right now, and she's not shy about letting them know it either.
I'll make one last point on Casey Compton in this little thing. She's playing like a coach's daughter.
Yeah, yes, she is. That's a good point. And Nicholas is showing some pressure here, Lucas. Showing some full court pressure. They haven't really shown this yet. See if they can get a turnover out of it.
Wilburn has it on the edge. She'll walk it back out toward the timeline.
Yeah, just a little too aggressive there. That's going to be on number 2.
Pritzlock.
That'll be her second. Just a little too aggressive there as she was riding Jada Wilburn the whole time she had the ball. And they settle back into that 1-3-1 after showing press off the inbound. That's it. There's the dive.
What a block there.
Nice help defense that time from Brooklyn Nunley. That was the right idea, though. to make that opposite court pass to Natalie Craddock. A really good help defense from Nunley to deflect it. But I wouldn't mind going back to that if they show you that. If Natalie dives to the basket, if they're showing you that, I'd go right back to it. And another nice pass from Casey Compton. Just couldn't finish it.
Through all that, Allie will go to the line.
Yeah, let's see who that's on. So that's going to be on Hannah. No, that will be Hannah Thomas's third. So Natalie couldn't finish it, but then she was able to zip a pass back underneath the alley and draw the foul. But again, that was a really nice little touch pass from Casey Compton to Natalie Craddock and set her up for a little 5 or 6 foot shot. She just couldn't quite knock it down.
Emily trying to make the second of her 2 free throws. She
Missed
can't.
them both.
Prutzak going to the bucket, going coast to coast. She can't get it. And through it all, Allie ends up on the deck. It's going to be a tie-up instead of a foul.
Well, Prutzak really went strong to the basket that time. Tried to finish it with her left hand and couldn't, but that was an impressive drive. It was everything but the finish, as again, Nicholas is showing pressure on the inbound. See if they can cause a turnover. They're going to try to maybe trap Bella. Bella's trying to draw a foul.
I think she'll be successful.
Well, she was selling it. I don't know if she was getting fouled or not, but she was selling it. I'll say that for her.
That's the soccer player in her.
Yeah, she was definitely selling it, and they finally called it on Camilla Prutzak. But from my angle, it looked like pretty good defense, but Bella was really selling the foul. Really good step through by Hannah Thomas there.
Nearly lost it. Corrals her right in front of her bench.
That was good defense. Really good anticipation. She saw that coming from a mile away.
Nunley inside to Jones.
Oh.
What a block! Natalie said, get that out of here.
That's a tough way to make a living. I appreciate Madeline Jones with the little step through. Gets good footwork, but she's given up a lot of size to Natalie. Natalie's made her eat a few of those. Good defense by the junior.
Nunley will put it in the hands now of Prutzak. Now back to Nunley. Nice floater.
Now that's where you get Natalie out of her element, and they did a nice job of finding that. Natalie caught it out in the corner, out on the perimeter. Nunley caught on the perimeter, she caught Natalie closing out on her. She knew she had the speed advantage and went right around her and drew Natalie's 4th foul. She couldn't finish the 3-point play, though. We got a scrum and a jump ball, and I think Jade Legg is going to get Natalie out of there with those 4 fouls. But that was good recognition to see that Nunley had her in a bad way out on the perimeter. That's where you get Natalie out of her element. If she's in the block, that's where she can wall up on you. Out on the perimeter, some quicker players can maybe go past her.
Another tie-up. I'll go O'Kill way.
I'm always amazed at all the tie-ups in girls basketball. There's always like 3 times the amount of tie-ups in girls basketball as there is boys basketball.
I think I did a game a couple of years ago. The guy named John Smith, we counted, we had like 18 in one game.
Yeah, I believe it. It's going to be a kickball on Prutzak.
So we'll keep it down here. As Jada will get it back now with 30 seconds in the quarter.
And Nicholas has stayed in that 1-3-1. They've never come out of that the entire game.
Trying to feed inside. Nice chance for Danielle Parsons, but it ends up in the hands of Nicholas County, and they're off and running.
Good pass. Good look ahead.
Nunley can't finish. O'Kill miraculously comes ahead with it.
Good pass. Good pass.
And Allie won't miss those.
Really nice pass from Bella Holly that time. That's a good look ahead.
As the Grizzlies can't get their shot off, but do not go anywhere. It's a 35-32 ball game with the 4th quarter upcoming. You're watching Oak Hill basketball on the New River Network. Well, welcome you back into Oak Hill. It's a 35-32 ball game. Lucas Berry and Chris Rader. And Chris, while we have a second, I'd like to go ahead and welcome our viewers in from the Greenbrier Valley channel side of things. We'll tentatively have their Spartans in here tomorrow night facing the boys team. And I say tentatively because Fayette County is already on a 2-hour delay. So we'll see how things work out.
Old man Winter, man. He is rearing his ugly head. Yeah.
Not a basketball fan, he is.
I wouldn't hold my breath on that game just yet.
We'll
see.
I'm not. Back to matters here involving a Nicholas County school in Oak Hill. It's a 35-32 ball game, Chris. Like we said, not the most aesthetically pleasing in the world, but it's been a heck of a game, and we've got a 3-point game with 8 minutes to go. It's going to be a wild finish.
Yeah, I mean, it's up for grabs, and that's the way the game has been the entire game. I don't think either team's had more than a 5-point lead. And Nicholas had down 3, and they have a chance to tie it up here with the 3. So really been a good competitive game here tonight between these two teams.
If you missed the beginning of the game, you can go watch it on YouTube, on Facebook. You can catch a rerun on cable and watch it on NRN.com, Roku. There's a ton of ways to watch these things.
Now, Oak Hill has settled back into a 1-2-2. Jay Legg has changed defenses again here on Nicholas. She's been giving him a different look the whole game. That's going to be Allie's 4th.
Oh, boy.
So Allie and Natalie both have 4 now, and that's big. So we'll see what Jade Legg wants to do. If she just rolls it, she's getting Kaya Osborne up off the bench. And Allie's played well. Allie had a really good third quarter. She's actually the game high scorer with 10. She's the only player in double figures right now. As Madeline Jones knocks that down. Madeline Jones has 8 herself. But Allie had a really good third quarter to help stake Oak Hill to that lead.
One-point ball game, 35-34. Compton over to Danielle Parsons. Trying to work it inside for Kai Osborne. Back out to Bailey Peters, who lines it up off the rim. Who ends up with it, tie-up.
Let's go stay here with Oak Hill, Lucas.
I was looking for the sign, but we can't see the arrow from. You can if you're looking, if the camera's in the right spot, we can. So we have to wait for the referee to say which way we're going. Good catch, Chris. I didn't see that. Inside to Natalie, finishing up and in.
And again, off a feed from Casey Compton. Casey Compton has really triggered Oak Hill's offense tonight. Really good recognition off that inbounds pass.
Anna Thomas. Fritzok. Try to go to Nunley and it ends up out of bounds. Oak Hill will take possession.
Yeah, Cameron Hornsby said that ball was tipped. He's not going to get that call, though, so that's going to stay. That's going to go to Oak Hill.
Trying to work it back inside for Natalie. Going back out. Try to go back to Peters, but Fritzok comes away with it. Taylor White working inside for Jones, and another foul.
That's going to be it on Natalie. I think they just got her. I think that should foul her out if I'm looking at that right. Yeah, that'll do it for her. She's going to foul out with 9 points. And Jade Legg won't have her services the rest of the game.
She's going to get
Jada Wilburn's
up off the bench.
Yeah. And you know what? I really think that was drawn up by Cameron Hornsby. They realized Natalie had 4 too, and they immediately came down and they fed Madeline Jones in the post. As Madeline Jones knocks that down, she's got 10. But they were looking to go right at Natalie. Cameron Hornsby, good coaching there. He realized Natalie had 4, and he's like, I'm going right at you. And he drew that 5th.
But Danielle Parsons will bring the rebound down and send it back out to Jada Wilbur. Jada will look over her options. Get it back out to Bailey Peters. Peters going back to Wilbur. It had been a bit of a pickle there in a trap, but she got it out. Parsons back out to Peters.
That's a good dish. Oh, that was a good dish by Bailey Peters. Man, Danielle just couldn't finish it, but Bailey Peters with a really good pass that time.
It's a long 2 if it's good. No. And up comes Jada Wilburn. She'll take a long two herself. She got it.
Yeah. Jada Wilburn's hit a couple of those little pull-up mid-range jump shots tonight. That was a big one. Gets Oak Hill back out to a 4-point lead. She's got 7 now. That's a good cut.
Another foul.
Another foul. It's going to be on Kaya Osborne, who just checked into the game for Natalie. It's Kaya's first. And that's going to send Madeline Jones back to the line. She's got 10, but she's been effective from the line.
As Bella Holly and Allie Williams are at the scorer's table, they'll be in here next chance they get, which should be now.
And Madeline Jones now with 11 is the game-high scorer for both teams.
And
she's done the majority of her work at the foul line tonight.
Casey Compton and Kaya Osborne will take a seat on the Oak Hill bench with 5:37 to go in a 3-point ball game, 39-36. Second one clangs off front iron.
Good D by Danielle Parsons.
Tie up. Now we Nicholas County ball. Taylor White couldn't find it.
Oh.
Grabs a break as that's going to be ruled Oak Hill ball. As Danielle Parsons kind of lost it for a second.
She definitely lost control of the ball for a second. Yeah, that is a break for Oak Hill. In fact, I thought that was going to be Nicholas' ball.
I did too. Wilburn back to Peters. Jay Legg going and giving instructions from the sideline.
Ooh. I don't know if that's a shot she was looking for right there.
Another foul call. It's going to go against number 11. That should be against Bella Holly.
That's Bella's fourth. So her and Allie both now with 4 apiece. They're both on the court. Natalie's already fouled out. Casey Compton back up off the bench. She's going to check in for Danielle Parsons.
So Oak Hill has 2 players on the floor with 4 fouls. And Bella Holly and Allie Williams.
And Oak Hill's in a 1-2-2, Lucas. Probably trying to protect those players with foul trouble. Good rebound by Allie. Oh, she couldn't hold on to it. It's going to stay with Nicholas.
Taylor White. Hannah Thomas off the rim.
It's again going to stay with Nicholas. As Oak Hill's getting their hands on those rebounds, but they just can't control them. And it's creating extra possessions for Nicholas County and extra shots at the rim. Good defense by Bailey Peters. Made her pick up that dribble at the half-court line.
Stolen away. And Jada Wilburn will bring things up. Wilburn over to Bella Holly. Now back to Casey Compton. Thought about it for a second. Now back to Bailey Peters, who will line up a 3. No.
Good weak side rebound.
Peters once again. Tried to go to Allie Williams. It was stolen away, and another foul here.
That's going to be 5 on Allie. So Allie's gone.
Their senior day comes to a close with 4:15 in the fourth quarter.
So both Oak Hill's big players are out now with a 3-point lead at the 4:15 mark. Allie sits down with her 10 points. Natalie's down with her 9 points. They have 19 over Oak Hill's 39. And that's going to send Brooklyn Nunley to the line. And Lucas, the rest of the quarter, Nicholas is shooting. In fact, the team foul situation in the quarter right now, Oak Hill has 5 team fouls and Nicholas has none. So that's a big story, as Nicholas will be shooting the rest of the game.
Nunley missed the first. So no harm done yet. She missed them both.
Nicholas again showing pressure on this inbounds here for Oak Hill. They can afford to be aggressive with no team fouls too.
Yeah.
They can afford to be kind of handsy.
Wilburn putting up another long two. Can't get it to go. Nunley will slow it down as Bailey Peters was put her hand in there, and that's a tough shot. But it'll go Oak Hill's way.
And I'm actually surprised that Cameron Hornsby's not showing a little more pressure again. With no team fouls.
Why not?
Why not? You can afford to show some pressure and be kind of aggressive with it.
Compton from the corner, no, off the backboard.
Yeah, she just rushed that a little bit. Oh, here we go. Good feed. Really good feed from Bailey Peters.
Timeout on the floor. It's a full timeout with 3:33 to go. It's 41-36. That was a good feed, Chris.
She calls the turnover. Yeah, that was a nice feed on the 2-on-1 for Bailey to give that up. Nice job and find Danielle Parsons. That stakes Oak Hill back out to a 5-point lead with 3:33 left here in the game, Lucas.
What's the foul situation? We talked about Allie and.
It's bad.
It's not. Bad.
It's not good. So Allie and Natalie are already out. They've already fouled out. Bella Holly has 4. So I guess Danielle Parsons has 3. But you've already got 2 of your best players, 2 starters, and your 2 biggest players have already fouled out. So that's less than ideal. And again, what I was mentioning is, they're already at 5 team fouls. So any common foul, Nicholas is shooting now. It doesn't have to be on a shot now for Nicholas to go to the line. And so that's a big story right now, this last 3:33. And to mention it again, Nicholas has not been whistled for a foul this quarter. So they can be aggressive on defense and not have to worry about sending Oak Hill to the line for a while, unless it's on a shot.
Depending on how this game ends up playing out, you might see Nicholas add a couple fouls to that total if they have to start fouling later on, but we'll see if we get to that point. As Nunley will bring it up the floor here for the Grizzlies. Britzok into the corner. Back to Nunley, stolen away. Jada Wilburn's off of the races. She's going to try to feed Bailey Peters. It ends up in the hands of Bella Holly instead. Now back out to Jada. Jada looking over things and being pressured. She'll get it back. 3 minutes.
Yeah, they finally pick up their first team foul. It's going to be on Pritzog. Now that's her 4th. And she's played a nice game for him off the bench, but that's her 4th.
Timeout called by Jade Legg as Nicholas is going to get a player up. That's going to be number 23. Cameron Dorsey will be into the game, presumably for Prusak.
Yeah, with the 5-point lead, I'm anxious to see if Jade Legg just doesn't maybe spread the court here a little bit and try to melt some clock instead of pressing the issue and maybe making Nicholas County use up some of those fouls that they have.
I wouldn't. Yeah. Why wouldn't you? At least try it. Again, first game these two teams have played in goodness knows how long. It's been a while.
Yeah, they're probably still getting their legs and lungs back under them a little bit.
Oh, yeah. I'd be curious to see what the general feeling is tomorrow.
I know my kids have been doing a lot of laying on the couch and sleeping in. And
what a way to keep that in bounds.
Yeah, that was a good save by Casey.
I was ready for her to fall on the table and me, but she kept it in and kept her balance. As Jada Wilburn just takes that.
Nicholas has had a lot of wasted possessions here in the 4th quarter.
Casey Compton back out to Bailey Peters. Inside for Danielle Parsons, putting it up, no good. Parsons got the rebound though. She'll put it up again, and it's good.
She's got 9, and that's Oak Hill's biggest lead of the night. With 2:15 and ticking now. Nicholas needs a bucket here in a bad way.
Nunley can't get it.
Yeah, just a lot of wasted. Nicholas has had a lot of opportunities here in the fourth quarter and just haven't been able to knock down shots. They've had a lot of turnovers, just a lot of wasted possessions. And now down 7 with about 2 minutes left. They're going to dial up that pressure, it looks like.
And a walk will be called. Nicholas is going to get another possession out of this. With an even 2 minutes in the ballgame. Trying to feed it back inside for Jones. Sure, go up, foul called.
Yeah, they've been looking for Jones the last couple possessions because Oak Hill has all their size on the bench now. So Jones is actually the biggest player on the court. She had Casey Compton posted up. And they've been trying to feed her, and they've had some passes deflected. She's mishandled a couple. They were finally able to get it inside. And she drew the foul on Casey. She's got 12, which leads all scorers right now.
(43-37), and it stays that way as Bailey Peters bags that rebound. Into the corner now for Danielle Parsons. We'll keep it on this end as it gets deflected out of bounds.
I thought Danielle was going to pull the trigger on that corner three, but probably would have given Jade Legg an aneurysm. I don't think that was a shot she would have been looking for, but she wisely pulled it down.
Bella Holly putting a tough shot up and drawing contact in the foul.
That's going to be on Hannah Thomas, the freshman point guard. That's her 4th. And that'll send Bella to the line. She's got 2 points here tonight.
She knocks the first one down, so it's 44-37. Makes it a 3-possession game. And
those are 2 big foul shots for Bella.
45-37 Red Devils. Thomas. Nunley. Dorsey. Crowd wanted to walk. They're not going to get it. Jones puts it up. No. Second chance attempt is going to be called for a foul against Oak Hill. We'll see who they rule this on.
That's going to be on Danielle Parsons. I have that as her 4th. Madeline Jones has done a really nice job tonight of Jade Legg is arguing. She's saying she went straight up. Jade Legg is not having it, man.
I'm thinking of the ref say, of course you think that or something like that.
Yeah.
Like just,
he told her
not,
you're getting the same call down here.
Yeah.
She's disagreeing, put it that way.
That might be putting it mildly. In the midst of all this, only one free throw is good, so it's 45-38, still a 3-possession game. And they're going to get a foul here. We'll see on who. It's going to go on number 0, I think. No.
It's going to be on 2. No, I got that as Prutzog's 5th. Now, again, that's not a 5th. Yeah, but she's going to take a seat. They're going to check in Cameron Dorsey. So I think Prutzog is done. She's got 4 points here tonight.
Parsons can't finish. But she'll get another crack at it, perhaps. This is going to be off Nicholas counting.
Yeah.
Oak Hill will get possession.
Danielle Parsons faked the little handoff and had a wide open baseline and just couldn't knock it down.
Jada Wilburn. Foul called. It's going to go against Dorsey. With 1:05 to go. The Grizzlies might be chasing the game here a little bit.
Yeah.
And Jada Legg is not happy about something.
There you go.
And Jada will finish. She won't miss those. And it's 47-38.
Guess who that was an assist for?
Oh, let me guess.
Casey
13?
Compton.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Every good look Oak Hill's gotten tonight has been off the Casey Compton pass. all their best looks have been off Casey Compton passes anyway. And Lucas, she's only got 2 points, and that's all the state. I try to keep track of points and fouls. I can't keep track of everything and try to talk. But if I were to pick an MVP, Casey Compton would be my game MVP right now, even though she's only got 2 points. I think her fingerprints have been all over the game. I don't know how many assists she's got, but it's got to be several. And anytime Oak Hill's gotten a really good look at the basket, Casey Compton has facilitated it.
I would second that vote for the same reasons. Bella Holly. Bailey Peters trying to go back inside. It's stolen away. Out comes Nunley. Nunley going to the bucket. She got a much-needed bucket for her team, and it looks like they're going to take a timeout.
Yeah.
It becomes 47-42 with 40.9 to go.
Yeah, Jada Legg was losing her mind off that turnover right there. It gets Nicholas right back in the game. And they're going to come out of this timeout really aggressive and foul and put Oak Hill on the line. And Oak Hill really has to knock down their foul shots to put this game away here.
I was going to say, because of Nicholas County having to chase the game a little bit, they now have 4 fouls, so the next foul would mean we're shooting free throws the rest of the way for both teams.
Yeah. And I'm trying to find a way to get the ball in Casey Compton's hands and get her on the line. That's who I want on the line if I'm Jade Legg right now. And she's actually going to be the one inbounding right now. As Nicholas is picking up. Looks like man-to-man full court now.
Wilburn has it. Jada will get it across the halfway line. It's stolen away.
Boy.
No good.
That's a missed opportunity. Hannah Thomas that was Nunley, had a pretty good look.
Danielle Parsons is going to go to the line, and 2 critical free throws here coming.
Yeah, that's a kind of a bailout. That Danielle Parsons probably would have been better served to pull that ball back out and just melt some clock. She went up with the shot. She's lucky she got fouled there.
She missed the first, and remains a 5-point ball game. 25.5 to play, 47-42.
Missed them both.
And up comes Nicholas, and that's going to be another foul.
And that's going to be on Danielle Parsons. That'll be it for her. So that's the 3rd Oak Hill player to foul out. That's going to put Nicholas on the line. And
the freshman's going to have 2 big free throws here.
Lucas, the game is not over. Oak Hill's making this a little more interesting than they need to be, as Kaya Osborne's going to come off the bench and check in for Danielle Parsons, as Jade Legg now has 3 starters that have fouled out. She has to kind of survive this last 24.3. And Hannah Thomas at the line with 5 points.
Huge miss there.
Yeah, huge miss, you're right.
The freshman starting point guard will get another crack at it to make it a 4-point game. She missed them both.
That's going to stay with Nicholas, though. As Madeline Jones was fighting Casey Compton underneath.
Nicholas don't have much time to waste. They're going to put a corner 3 up. It is no good.
That's a really good look. They got a good shot. They just couldn't knock it down. And they're going to send Jada Wilburn to the line now.
With 12.8 seconds. The senior can put her team in a great position to see this game out.
Yeah. Yeah. 2 foul shots here just about ices it.
She missed the first one. And she missed them both. And Nicholas comes down with the rebound. Thomas Trying to feed it off. It's going to stay on this end with 7.4 to go.
You know, Lucas, Oak Hill's had opportunities to put it away and hasn't been able to do it. Nicholas has had opportunities to tie or take the lead and just hasn't been able to do it. Missed opportunities for both teams as Nicholas doesn't have time for this.
And they're going to get fouled with 0.5 seconds to go in the game. They're going to go against Kaya Osborne.
That's going to be a moot point at this point. As Nicholas dribbled out too much of the clock for it to matter now.
All it's going to do is when you look back at Kaya's career, she'll have one more foul on her resume.
Yeah. So this is a nice competitive win for Jade Leg's squad. It gets them back to 500 at 8-8 as they're going to be road warriors now the rest of the year, hitting the road trying to get ready for regionals. But coming off that break, this is a really good competitive game, and you always like to get wins, but then you can point out some flaws that you need to iron out.
I'll say a favorite win for a coach is a game where they can coach them up after that, but you still win.
Exactly.
And Oak Hill does survive, 47-43.
Devils come away with the victory here tonight. It evens a record up to 8-8. Nicholas County falls to 7-9, as I think my man Lucas Berry's going to try to get the winning coach Jade Leg for an interview. And Natalie Craddock each had 9. Jada Wilburn also had 9. So very balanced scoring for Oak Hill here tonight. The leading scorer for both teams was Madeline Jones. She had 15 for Nicholas. And she was the only Grizzly in double figures with those 15 points.
Oh, okay.
But again, the final score here tonight from Oak Hill High School, Oak Hill 47, Nicholas 43. Are you going to try to get the winning coach, my man?
I think we're going to get 2 players instead. I think we're going to get Allie Williams and Casey Compton.
Okay.
I'd be curious to see what Allie's emotions are after this game. I'd be curious to see what she's thinking. I guess the first and foremost thing is we won. It's all good.
Well, when you get the win, you're always in a better mood. Yeah. If you foul out, then you lose. That's harder to deal with.
Yeah. Especially after a break and on a momentous occasion like we talked about tonight. it is a big deal.
Yeah.
Senior night is always
It is a big deal.
a big deal. So we'll wait. I talked to Coach Legg. I said, is it okay if we talk to Allie and Casey? And they said, yeah. So I'm going to go get them. So we're just waiting on them. It's their night. Who am I to rush them?
No, exactly.
So when they get a chance, we'll get them over.
So, Oak Hill, Lucas, I don't have Oak Hill's schedule right in front of me, but
Nor do I.
I know I think GW is one of the teams they finished with. I was talking to Jade Legg before the game started. She said that GW is the team to beat in the region. They vote on the seeds when they go to regionals, and Darren's pulling up that schedule for me. So after tonight, it looks like Charleston Catholic, George Washington, Woodrow, and I can't make out who, Summers County. So you get a couple of regional games in there with Woodrow and George Washington. Be really nice if you could get one of those. You just feel better about your team. It gives them some confidence going in as they're going into those Quad A regionals. And
you said Summers County there. This feels like the first time in forever that Summers County basketball is having a down year. That's not it's not been this is not Summers County girls basketball of old.
No,
that's a winnable game for Oak Hill, and in times that really hasn't been.
For a long time, Summers County wasn't a winnable game for any team in the state.
No.
When Wayne Ryan was coaching there, he's the SSAC bigwig now, they won 5 state championships in a row, and there was no getting a win over Summers County. And I don't care what class you were.
What was it, 105 in a row or something like that?
Stupid.
Yeah.
So this isn't. You're right. It's not the same Summers County team as it was many years ago. But regardless, whoever you're playing, all Jay Legg is really looking for is constant improvement and a little bit of momentum as you're going into.
Here are two of our honored seniors, and I think we'll have to borrow your headset, Chris, as we'll do that. Ladies, I want to take the time to thank you for joining us, and you get to pick who goes first.
I'll go.
All right, Allie says she volunteers. So Allie Williams is with me. She had a heck of a ball game tonight, a very eventful ball game. I don't think you've ever had a game that hasn't been eventful the way you play. The way you play, I don't think there's ever been one that isn't eventful. Let's talk about tonight. Senior night, big game for you.
Yep.
First game after who knows how long.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what are you taking from this game? We'll get to the senior night stuff in a second, but what are you taking from this game particularly?
I think we could have played better against them, but like I said, we haven't had practice. So, I mean, Nicholas County is a good team, and I mean they come to play, but I think that we came to play harder. You know what I'm saying? We didn't give our best effort, I don't think, today. Like we could have gave, like against Woodrow, we gave a good bit of effort, but I do think we played well and we penetrated the ball. It hurts when me and Nat fell out for sure. But I think our guards did good, and we penetrated the ball, and we're just looking forward for our next games and to have a winning record, and yeah.
So we talk about, we were just going over the schedule. You're all going to be road warriors in the last 4 games of the season.
Yeah.
Talk about how big that's going to be, these last 4, like I said, away from home, going into regional. That's going to be a big 4 games for you all.
Yeah, very big 4 games. We got Charleston Catholic next, and I definitely think that is going to be a good game, and we have to come ready to play. And then we take on Woodrow again, and if we play against Woodrow and G-Dub and play good, I think that we could come out in a better ranking and have a better chance to make it to the state tournament. So those are really big games, but I definitely think we got it.
We'll cycle back to today. It's your senior night.
Yeah.
What can you describe the emotions that were going through your head as the game of the ceremonies been starting off, and as the clock ticked down, you're like, hey, last time ever on this floor.
Yeah. So it's emotional for sure. Like, I've played since I was 5, and it's sad because, I've made some of my best friends through the game of basketball. So it's like, it's sad. It's emotional. It's exciting that we won those. We took out the win for our senior night. So, and I get to play with my best friends. So, yeah.
Allie, I thank you for joining me, and we'll slide Casey on in.
Okay.
Here.
Thank you.
Hand that headset off. Casey Compton, I'll ask you the exact same question. Senior night for you, what was it like for you, this whole event?
It was very emotional, especially my dad gave up this program last year, so a lot of these girls, they're my best friends, and I've made them through basketball, and it's sad to leave, but I think we built the program up to a T. So
I'm glad you mentioned your dad being is it a little bit weird to see your dad in the stands and not have him being the one calling out plays in the sideline? Is it still a little weird when you see him out the corner of your eye?
Yeah, definitely. I definitely still hear his voice constantly, so it's good to have him there, though. I'm glad he gets to be less stressed and watch us instead of freaking out. So
I don't know if he's not always freaking out. That's apparent.
Yeah.
But we'll cycle back to tonight's game. What will you take away from this game?
I think overall our effort just wasn't completely there. We have been off practice, but again, we say no excuses. So I think we just didn't give our best effort, and it showed.
Last question, as you go through these last 4 games of your season before your regional, what do you want to see from this team as we go forward into these last 4 games when they've come out with those rankings and you line them up and go play in region? What do you need to see from these last 4?
I think definitely growth overall and just playing as a team. You saw tonight our post players went out pretty fast. Guard play, we just couldn't knock down shots, so I think once we get everything going together, we'll be good.
Casey, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Casey Compton and Allie Williams once again, as we'll hand the headset back over to Chris Rader, and we'll get his final thoughts on the affairs tonight. As Oak Hill comes away winners 47-42, I believe the final score was.
47-43.
43.
And any win is a good win. And just like we've mentioned several times here tonight, now you're finishing up February and looking to play your best basketball in March.
Oak Hill's 8-8. Fresh start. That's basically 0-0. Let's go from there and let's see what we can get out of the next 4 and go into region and see what we can make happen. Like you said, Jay Legg thinks I can beat anyone in my region, so we'll see if she's right. We will tentatively be back here tomorrow night as the Oak Hill boys team are back in action against Greenbrier East. And I say tentatively again because we're already on a 2-hour delay in Fayette County. We'll see how things work out on that one. So let's see how things play out. Once again, for Mr. Robert Pauley, Mr. Chase Berry, Darren McGuffin, Chris Rader, I'm Lucas Berry saying thank you so much for watching. We will see you next time.